I'm giving away $100 to the best setup this month, and I want you to help me pick the winner. Much better. The monthly winner then moves on to the annual grand finale for some kick-ass prizes. So all you gotta do is comment below on which setup should win the setup of the month. Really all you need to do is just 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's do this!
First up is Josh, who is a competitive gamer, and he's showing us his and her setup that's in their basement. His setup is on the left and hers is on the right. Being a competitive gamer, owning a cool battle station was one of his biggest goals, so he started collecting and building it over 12 years ago. Loving the aesthetics here with the Hexagon foam pads with the Govee lights behind them, and a cool border that floats off the wall with some Govee lights as well. The nano leaves are the cherry on top. They're using a couple of long butcher block countertops for the desktops and some industrial metal legs. Josh is rocking a 3-monitor setup with an Asus 27-inch in the middle and some Asus 24-inch monitors on the sides. He has a gaming laptop that he uses for work under his desk and his PC here for gaming. Here are the specs all on the Phanteks Eclipse P400S. Looks like he's a big fan of Razer. I wonder how many extra frames he's getting by having a moon of him and his wife in his setup. He's also a big fantasy football player as he's proudly displaying that trophy and ring. I'm a big fantasy football player too, so nice work, Josh. He's also proudly displaying a custom-made Master Chief helmet. Nice. One of his first gaming memories as a kid is Banjo-Kazooie, which is a phone holder here, but I guess it's better used holding a beer. He also has a Filmin Friendship lamp, which if you don't know, it's a lamp that's connected to someone else's lamp somewhere in the world, and when one of you touches it, it changes color on both lamps. It's kind of cool. Now let's move over to the wife's setup. He got his wife hooked into gaming, starting with Fall Guys, and now they're playing Destiny 2 and Rocket League together. That's cute. She's rocking a stacked monitor setup, a 34-inch gaming gigabyte on the bottom, and a 24-inch HP on top. I like the addition of the flowers in the PC. It kind of adds a nice little personal touch to it. Here's the specs of her flower PC. Being there's not a lot of room on the desk, they wall-mounted some Pioneer speakers. It looks like they dropped some cable trays under the desk to manage those cables. Nice work, Josh and Josh's wife. Vote number 1 for Josh if you think they have the best setup this episode. Next up is Jason, and he started gaming in 2014. His setup came a long way since then. He loves the purple and red contrast, which I agree, it's a really nice color combo. He's adding some personality to his setup with the stuff on the shelf above his setup. Showing off with some token, IKEA plants, with the Weekend vinyls and his Quest 2 VR. I see he also has the IKEA Death Star light. Nice. His desktop is an IKEA Carlby sitting on top of the IKEA Mickey drawers that he took out the wheels off of. He's got a 27-inch monitor right in front of him, and then off to the side is a 24-inch. He mainly plays CSGO, but as of recently, he's been going down the rabbit hole of sim racing and using a Thrustmaster T248 steering wheel and a Thrustmaster T LCM pedals. The keyboard he's using is the And Pro 2, and mouse is the Razer Oroki V2 Mercury. The microphone is the Shure SM57, and the webcam is a Logitech C920S. Headphones are the Beyerdynamic TYGR 300R, and audio interface is the PreSonus Studio 24C. He's cable managing his cables under his desk with a cable tray and routing his cables nicely behind his monitor. Here's the specs of his PC using the Fractal Design Meshify C. Nice work, Jason, and can't wait to see how it continues to transform over the years. Vote number 2 if you think Jason has the best setup this episode. Next up is StellarFlares, and they have a nice clean sit-stand setup, even though I don't think you can actually raise that up without hitting the curved ceiling, unless they move it out maybe. Either way, the cable management on this is decent, all in a cable sleeve, and everything is sleeping comfortably in a cable hammock under the desk. Looks comfy. While we're in here, the 2.1 speaker system is the popular Logitech G560. They have a 34-inch ultrawide directly in front and a 27-inch in portrait onto the side. The mouse is the Logitech G703 and the keyboard is the Logitech G915. The chair is a Herman Miller Sales Special Gaming Edition. Now here's the specs of their PC, all on the Be Quiet Dark Base 700. Anyone know what that Funko Pop character is? Nice cozy setup, StellarFlares. Vote number 3 if you think StellarFlares has the best setup this episode. Last but not least is Abdulelah, and he has an amazing setup that took him 3 months to build in his basement. Now, I love the purple theme that he's got going on here. This is a very clean and well thought out setup. Things that stand out are obviously his love of nanoleafs by using the triangles and the lines in a cool design. These usually have cables hanging down, so his hatred of seeing cables, he built a false wall to hide these cables and also runs the monitor and other cables through that wall to hide them. He put RGB behind that wall so it kind of glows too. Nice work. He's rocking a triple monitor setup, and they're all the same LG 27-inch monitors, which is nice, so there isn't any unevenness of different brands or sizes, you know. Looks like he also has problems with keeping the RGB strips attached to the monitor, so he's using the clear packing tape to keep them up. Whatever works, as I've experienced this problem too with some LED strips, it just don't stick. Looks like he loves Razer, as he's using the Razer Viper Ultimate Mouse and the Razer Huntsman Elite keyboard, all on top of the Razer Goliathus extended Chroma mousepad. Looks like he also has a Stream Deck for different functions. He also put RGB in his ceiling to get that purple glow along with some stars. Looks cool. Open it up a little bit so it doesn't feel like a basement. He has a TV he uses for gaming if he wants to game on his PS5, Xbox, or Switch. He also has a coffee table fridge, which is awesome. You know, keep some food and beverages in there. Nice work, Abdulelah. Love the setup and worth the 3 months to build it. Now vote number 4 if you think he has the best setup this episode.